start. Hello, we're back. It's a new crew today at the table of fun. Of course, the lovely and talented Erica. And joining us today, who's joining us today, Erica?
It's our lovely Jayla Moss from Heiress. Yay!
How you doing, Jayla?
I'm good.
Tell everybody about Jayla. Jayla's always here. You just never see her. So now you're seeing her.
I handle everything in the background, but I'm good. I work here at Heiress, and I absolutely love it. I've known Erica for roughly around probably 15 years. So
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time.
That is a long time.
It's family. We're family, I'd like to say.
You know, it's funny that you should mention that, because guess what today's topic is? It's family. Family and friends and just those lifelong connections that you have with people and the importance of it.
Mm.
So, with that in mind, what did you do this weekend, Jayla?
Oh, this past weekend, I was at a beautiful resort in Virginia called Massanutten.
Well, I've heard of Massanutten. I thought it was like a ski resort or something like that.
So they have like winter snow tubing, but it's all season long. You can go up there and there's 1,010,000. They have an indoor water park, which my kids love. And they have like zip lining and go-karting and like rec centers where you can go to a pool, a steam room, a hot tub. It's just like timeshare resort that you can go to. We all went up there for my sister's birthday.
So how many people in this crew?
Let me see. There's a lot of couples. So I would say roughly about 10 of us went. We had like 2 units. In each unit slept about 6 people.
Okay. All right. So are these... this is family and then married people that have come into the family.
Yes. So I have 4 siblings. I have 1 brother and 3 sisters.
Your poor brother.
My poor
brother. Oh my God.
I know. He loves it though. He loves it. Peck. But we're all married, and we've been married. I've been married for 15 years. Actually, September 4th was our 15th wedding anniversary. And my one sister has been married for almost 15 years, and my other sister just celebrated her 21st wedding anniversary.
Okay.
Awesome.
And my brother is engaged to be married.
Wow.
So
All right. Because he just needs to get out from under you guys. He's like, it's
only right.
There you go. Good job.
And then we had a mixture of friends, close friends, and my sister's friends since it was her birthday. So it was really nice.
What was the most fun thing you did?
We went to a winery that I really enjoyed. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It was Crossworks, maybe?
Don't know.
Virginia. But it was absolutely beautiful, and the wine was great.
Yeah.
Always helps when the wine is great. Because you go and it could be beautiful and the wine's not good and you're like, it's nice, but then it's like, what was that sliding? What was the one with Paul Giamatti, the movie?
Oh, the wine's bad?
Where they were doing all the wine tasting and stuff. Sideways.
Oh, Sideways.
That's it.
Yes.
Sideways, where he was just ripping places apart on his.
Well, I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's an older movie, but it's if you're into the wine tasting thing, or even if you aren't and want to make fun of the wine tasting thing, it's a great movie.
So this is kind of fun. It's kind of interesting. You should bring this up. I'm going to do a Friendsgiving this year.
Friendsgiving.
Yes, and we're going to do it at my house. And normally for a Friendsgiving, everyone brings some food.
Sure.
This time, I'm going to have the food, but everyone's going to bring wine. This is I'm thinking of this because this is like friends coming together.
You're planning on having people stay over, aren't you?
Hi there. Welcome. Welcome to come over.
Nobody's leaving.
But here's the fun thing, because I want to do something fun. They're going to we're going to get funny socks.
Funny socks.
Funny big socks.
Funny big socks. Like furry winter slipper socks?
Yeah, some kind of weird socks that cover the whole wine bottle.
Ah.
And then you have, I don't know exactly how it works. You poke a hole or something. I don't know. Someone was explaining it to me, but you don't know what you're having to drink and which wine.
Okay.
So then you take a little taste and you have to rate it. And whoever brings
the best rated one.
Yeah, they get to take a prize. Isn't that fun?
Sounds very cool.
So it's like the family,
sock wine,
friends, fun.
That's right.
Sock. Apparently, there's some cute places in town with different big socks.
Bring me your sock wine. I want more of this sock wine that you are serving.
You get to go home with the wine and the socks.
And the socks. But the socks have holes in them.
I don't know how that's going to work. I need to look. I need to go on Pinterest and look it up. Do you look up things on Pinterest?
I do. And I Google a lot too. All my different ideas.
You have really good ideas. So Jayla,
Yeah.
one of the things she does at Green Heiress is she helps plan events for and helps with our events. So she does family. She's done some things with. Have you done anything with slime, or is that my imagination?
Slime?
We did have a workshop with slime. Yes,
Slime?
slime. The
Like
kids love it.
Nickelodeon slime type stuff?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I also have 2 children.
All
One
right.
is
Are they into slime?
Yes, very much so.
So explain to me, because I've seen the Nickelodeon slime thing. Do you make the slime? Do you buy the slime? Is the slime pre-made? What is?
So you can do it either way, but yes, you can make homemade slime.
And how does one go about making homemade slime
So there's different ways you can, but one way
in a way that the slime doesn't like go home with you?
I don't know about that.
it goes everywhere. From experience, it goes everywhere. But you can use like Elmer's glue. That's one way, and
I'm immediately kind of turned off on the slime if I'm using Elmer. If glue is the main ingredient, I have an issue when glue is the main ingredient.
But it's weird because it has showed, there have been studies that have been done that it shows it can calm a child down to give them some.
Well, certainly if you glue their face, then they can't make any noise, breathe. It calms them right down because they're just encased in this layer of glue. So yeah,
Not
very calm.
glue the children. We do not glue the children, everyone. But it is something for them to do with their hands that calms them and keeps them relaxed. So
Is it different colors?
you can add different colors. Some people use the colored glue. Now you
Again,
can get like pink.
we have glue there as the main ingredient, it seems.
Some,
I found that Benadryl and NyQuil calms children down really well too.
oh gosh.
Yeah.
So, other things you've done besides make slime, you've had some. You're trying to do a stress ball. Tell us about the stress ball.
Is the main ingredient glue?
It is not.
Okay.
So it would be terrible.
So right now we are planning a workshop that makes stress balls for kids. And you basically just get a balloon and like a funnel and you fill it up with rice.
Okay.
You could also add like any scents if you want it to, like if a child is good with lavender or anything like that, you can add scents. And it's again something for them to do and squeeze and.
It's like one of those squeeze head where the eyes bulge out and stuff. That kind of thing.
You can make them that way.
You can come and make that if you'd like.
We were just going to use different color balloons. So something that if a child sees a color and it makes them happy, that might be the color that they choose. And also it's personal. Anytime you add connection where they're creating something that makes them happy, it's also a form of calming them as well.
Sure.
And then the opposite of that, opposite of calming, would be to have fun
Yes.
and run around and be silly. So we also thought about I've heard of these like children dance parties, family dance parties. That's like a thing where you have music or DJ and the kids like run around, and what do they have, like lights and bubbles, and
Yeah.
Isn't that like a wedding?
no one's getting married. They're just running around.
Okay. Or a birthday party?
But this unstructured. When I was younger, do you remember old-fashioned birthday parties? Did you go to?
In terms of what?
So I remember going to birthday parties when I was little. It was very, very structured where you'd come in and somebody might be playing the piano and you'd have like Pin the Tail on the Donkey.
Yes.
You'd
So
sing
there are
some
activities.
songs. You'd have cake and ice cream and then you'd go home. Like maybe you'd have a hot dog or something. Nothing elaborate. So it was like very structured. And then there was a lot of sugar involved.
Yeah.
Today we try not to do that so much.
Yeah.
But I remember that very distinctly. But
It was
now-
probably a healthy sugar though. It was like
healthy.
it was raw sugar. It
Raw
wasn't
sugar.
it wasn't high fructose corn syrup back
We weren't as we were a little
So they're just
mindful.
putting right in there with the cane, raw good. Domino was getting their money back then.
Yeah.
Domino, for those of you who don't know, Domino is one of the major purveyors of sugar.
Okay. Well, maybe it had sugar, maybe it didn't. I don't know. But it was very structured, is what I remember, and very inexpensive. Now, today, they have these elaborate birthday parties with, petting zoos and all kinds of things that people do. But
Is there
one of
glue involved?
there could be glue. But the one thing I will say is these family parties are very popular, and I've heard it's something that people like to do. So that's something we might do at Green Airs. We've talked about that. What is our idea? We have a new studio here at Green Airs, the second one. So it's downstairs, and it has like a little stage, so we can have somebody play music. And I think that could be a really great venue to do a family party.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that bringing in the fun aspect of it all is just right up kids'
important.
rallies. It's important. Yeah.
Yeah, kids have to have fun. If they're not having fun, they're complaining. They're not calm when they're not having fun.
Yeah, and I think with so like I said, I have a 5-year-old, I also have a 14-year-old. And what I've noticed is that
That's a big age gap.
yeah, 8
How does that work?
different.
I mean, not in terms of the age gap, but how do they get along?
Really good. My son is amazing with my daughter. He's like
He's protective. Yeah, I was gonna say she's not gonna get away with anything.
nothing at all.
Yeah, because he's gonna be like right there.
But but it's really a weird dynamic because he lets her get away with everything, but then he's also
With
very
him.
stern.
I'm talking about a third party coming in with your daughter. He's not gonna let that.
Yeah. Oh, even with
at all.
me, if I see that she does something and I add correction, he's like, "Okay, Mom,"
Lay off.
Yeah, it's like he kind of wants me to take it easy on her, and I'm like, well, I have to parent.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a really nice dynamic between the two of them.
Cool.
So that's good. But what I was saying is, so I noticed that my son at 14, he's so much more in touch with his feelings and communicating than I was at 14.
Oh.
And I think it's just with the generation that he's growing into, they're more aware of feelings and expressing yourself and explaining your feelings than, when I was 14, if I got hurt, I would just say, "Oh."
I think there's some truth to that. I don't remember anybody asking me about my feelings when I was little.
Don't you remember this song? Feelings.
Oh, of course, I could play that on the piano. I could play 2 songs on the piano. Feelings is one of them.
So at one point on our podcast, we're gonna have to go around a piano and have you play that.
I will play feeling, and then the Pink Panther. I can do that. So if you're ever at a fancy restaurant that has a piano in it and you hear either Feelings or the Pink Panther being played,
It's Scott.
it's me. I'm at that restaurant. Come and say hi. We'll have a beverage, and
Wow, that's impressive.
don't ask for anything else to be played. I can't play anything else.
Heart and Soul.
No, I can't play anything else.
Heart and Soul.
That's it.
Oh, I can play Heart and Soul.
Congratulations.
Both parts. So I think that's a really good point, Jayla. I do think that people are more expressive. What do you attribute that to?
I think that I'm honestly not sure, but I do think it's just started where people are talking about it more. Like I said, me growing up, I was outside with my older siblings. I was the youngest, so I knew not to be the teller. If I
You got away with everything, though.
Yes, I did. I hope my sister doesn't see this, but yes, I did that away with everything. I was the baby. But I also knew that there was a certain extent where I did not tell, if my brother wanted to push me down the street in a Barbie car, I knew not to tell.
Because you were, but you knew not to tell because you enjoyed that and had fun at that. So if you told, your fun would be taken away, right?
Yeah.
So there's self-protection involved with
That is very true. That is very true. But you don't sit down for hours, and at least I didn't sit down and just express myself to the extent that the conversations that I have with my son, or even with my daughter who's 5, and trust me, she's way before her years, but she will break down a situation, how it made her feel, how she will go about it the next time.
At 5.
At 5.
Wow.
And sometimes I'm stunned. I sit there and I'm like, wow.
Well,
that's
where has
such a
she
great
picked this up
idea.
from?
Um,
Where has she learned this ability?
I would have to say school. I would love to take the credit. I would like to say I did it, but I think just being around other kids her age and everyone being taught to communicate and understand different feelings.
Because at 5, they're in, that's what, nursery school? I mean, it's like,
So
what
she's
is it?
in kindergarten.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, so 5, 6 is typically when you start kindergarten, or if it's like before that August month of the year. But she also did 2 years of preschool, so she was in a school environment.
She's an old soul.
Yeah. Also, I think that it's just being shown a lot more. We were talking about this in book club with the movie Inside Out. Have you seen it?
Love Inside Out. Thought it was great.
Yeah, so I think
Boing,
that
bing, boing, whatever the
Yeah.
clown is that is in there.
Yeah, so I think with even just a movie like that, which was a hit, all the kids loved it, is pretty much talking about all of your different emotions and all of your different feelings and how every single emotion plays a big part on reaction and actions and how it makes up a person. And I think honestly, she may have learned a lot from that movie because you had the angry character, you had the sad.
So if a 5-year-old has Lewis Black as the angry character in their head, I'm not sure. I might be a little concerned about how that 5-year-old is going to turn out.
You know, I think it had a lot of very good principles and points.
No, it was good.
Absolutely, because you're honoring all the emotions. And we have
Picture
to
of me.
Stevens have.
Picture of me.
Do you remember though, even when we were younger, Mr. Rogers?
Certainly.
I grew up in Long Island, New York, and I was just a kid.
Did you say Long Island?
Well, I can talk that way, Scott. If you want me to, I'm gonna start talking like that, but I'm gonna just wait till later.
Okay.
All right.
I got your Long Island right
Get
now.
me. All right. Anyway, I grew up in Long Island, and I would sit and watch these amazing shows. And 2 of them were syndicated right here, and I didn't even know. So one is Mr. Rogers, and the other one was Miss Mary on Romper Room.
Oh, I don't know that one.
She was amazing. So I would watch these shows. So let's get back to Mr. Rogers. So here I am, Long Beach, New York, Long Island, sitting on my parents' giant bed. They would have these giant beds. They had no room in their room to even walk. It was like you had to like suck around, and you get on these giant beds, and then you watched a tiny TV. So you'd have me, my 2 sisters, and they'd be eating cookies out of the box. I was the youngest. And I would just sit there and stare at the screen because Mr. Rogers would be on there and he would be talking about feelings. He had a whole song about feelings.
Oh, Daniel Tiger. His whole, the storybook imagination thing is all about trying to find ways to connect with kids so they can let their feelings out.
Well, yes. So he was a beautiful soul and really spoke to our generation if you let him. And my sisters were older, so they would kind of like make fun of me. But I was obsessed with Mr. Rogers. Little did I know.
There are worse things to be obsessed with. So,
well, little did I know I'd be moving to his neighborhood.
That's right.
Because now I literally live in I manifested that. I literally live in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood because he's from this area. He's from Pittsburgh.
Old guy.
How cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But he was very in touch he was ahead of his time, teaching kids to honor and talk about their feelings.
Well, and through the kids, he was teaching everybody about that. Because if you look at his shows, the interviews and where he's going to businesses. He's bringing older people in. So he's trying to teach children, but I think there was a lot of trying to teach everybody. I mean, he was teaching humanity to everybody via the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's a very family, we got to help everybody type of thing. And just the guy is just, but he was a Pittsburgh Theological Seminary guy.
Yes, he was. See, I've been following him.
Yeah. So
Jayla, are the kids today, do they find his message relevant? Because he's
still on. I mean, they still syndicate the show.
So My daughter doesn't really gravitate towards it.
What about Muppets, like Sesame Street and things like that?
Yes. So when she was younger, she did love.
She's 5. When she was younger, way back when my 5-year-old back in the day.
Yes, because I feel like every year she goes through a transition of like what she wants to watch all the time. So it did start off with Sesame Street and Elmo. I personally loved Blue's Clues when I was a kid, so I
Clues?
obviously put that on for her. And she did.
Steve. I liked Steve.
Yes.
Okay,
He was the first one.
gotcha.
The second one's name was it Steve too?
Probably.
I think
don't
that
remember.
Because it's like Darren and Bewitched. They're all Darren,
both
but they're
Darren.
different.
Yeah.
They're different. Darren.
That was so odd. One minute there was one Darren, the next minute there was another Darren, but they were both Darren.
They were both Darrens. Yeah,
That was odd.
right.
How they just like would switch people out.
Uh-huh.
Like we're supposed to accept that.
Like Steve from Blue's Clues. That's not Steve. He looks
I'm
different.
pretty sure the second one's name was
I'm
Steve.
pretty sure too.
Oh, what? I could be wrong.
Mhm.
So tomorrow, next week, we might have a different
Could be.
Scott sitting.
The only way you get a different Scott, and you wouldn't know it, would be Christian if he shaves. So from what I've been told, he sounds like me and acts like me. So like a little mini me.
What?
He's just a little furrier at the moment.
I enjoyed having him here last week. It was fun.
He's an old soul.
Yes, very interesting.
Yeah, I loved the topic.
It was very good. I love that. Well, I love having different people on. It's so nice of you to jump in here today and talk with us and be here with us to tell us. So what would you say are the hottest tickets for the kids today? Like, what are they into? What are they watching? What are they doing besides throwing slime and
Because our kids are older. So they're, what are
what
the new
do?
kids
like
come?
what's the big holiday items and
You know what? So right now my daughter loves Gabby's Dollhouse.
I have no idea what that is.
They are actually releasing a movie on it this I think the 27th of this month.
Okay.
So it started off with just a girl who has a dollhouse and she has like a magical headband that's ears. And when she does a little dance and clicks on these ears, she becomes a doll in the dollhouse and all the figurines become real.
wow.
And they do fun things.
So it's kind of like Mr. Rogers going into
Oh,
the world of it with the trolley going in the imagination.
you're right. It is very much like
Yeah.
An updated
Version
of
I
that.
never made that connection, but you're right, it is.
The land of make believe.
So right now she's really much into that, and they're coming out with the movie. So we're going to take her to the movies to see this. That's this year. Last year, I'm trying to think, she was into Inside Out.
Yeah.
That was her birthday theme and everything.
A year before that, she was into like Avengers End of the World movie or whatever.
No.
Not way back when.
No, but my son went through all of the Avengers and Marvel. From Ninja Turtles all the way to all through the superheroes growing up. So that was fun.
Love Ninja Turtles. Can't get me enough Ninja Turtles.
You can't go wrong with
Step out. He's in high school. So what is he into? I know he's into sports.
He is into sports. He runs track for Monroeville, and he is also on the soccer team. So he loves those two sports. He loves video games and his VR. He has a
Oculus or whatever.
Oculus
Mm-hmm.
that he likes playing, where it like puts you in like a virtual reality world.
And does he do that with friends? Isn't that like connected
You
with that?
can. So there's like a rec room that you can go and meet with players that you're friends with. So my dad also has an Oculus, and he will go in there with my father and play boxing and different things.
Play boxing. Come here, Grandpa. I'm gonna knock you out.
Yeah, but in the Oculus, my dad is like tough and strong, and he is in real life too. But you are an avatar, so you can be whatever you want to be.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Do they have like the speakers like that they talk in? I saw
So they
kids
can
doing
talk.
that. Yeah.
Yep, they can talk. But other than that, he really just he likes music and he likes being active.
Who are the big musicians that they're into?
I honestly have no idea.
That's a good answer.
I know that when I have my music on the car, he tends to put like on his beats to listen to his own.
Zoning out. It's like, I'm not listening to mom's music.
Yeah, and I'm like a Mariah Carey.
Oh.
I am a Swiftie, so I listen to that, and he like immediately puts on the headphones.
Oh, does your daughter like what you like?
She does, and she also like makes up her own songs too. So
Wow.
she very much like myself. If she doesn't know the words to a song, she makes up her own.
That's so neat.
And that's the new
I
song.
love that.
There's even songs where we sing her version because it's better than the original.
Record these things
I try
for
to.
use for her benefit when she gets older too.
Mm.
You know, I do try to, but a lot of the times when this happens, it's when we're in the car and
Do a
we
carpool
travel.
karaoke.
Oh, like a car karaoke.
Car karaoke
That would be
with you and her.
I need to get better with like doing a TikTok, and like
No, you don't.
TikToks are fun.
You don't need.
Says the
Yeah,
kids.
but you don't need to get better with it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, there is the reason everybody, or the reason everybody is. I mean, I don't know. They want it to be perfect. Everybody wants and this isn't necessarily with videos. It's with life and anything. Everybody wants everything to be perfect. So it is like having handcuffs on, because if you want, it's never going to be perfect. Just so you're out there, things will never be perfect, folks. So the trick is you get it to be perfect enough,
Right.
and just do it.
So are you not a perfectionist?
I find myself, no, I mean, because I do a lot of graphic editing and stuff and always have. And and same thing with writing. I will constantly, I hate rough drafts. I was never, ever a rough draft, but I was just a stream of consciousness like the night before. There it is.
Me too.
Because what I found is if I do get into that editing process, it's never done.
Yeah.
Because I'm tweaking this or tweaking that or anything else.
And sometimes you can change it so much the good stuff isn't there anymore.
You can. I mean, every now and then I'll write articles for magazines and stuff, and they're like, I need 700 words. And then I'll send them like 40,000 words. They're like, we need 700 words.
Articles.
On anything. Skincare. I did one on chaos theory,
What?
which is, which is what I refer to myself. Chaos theory is mean.
And where do you find these?
There's a book out there with the chaos theory chapter.
I mean, your articles.
Oh, there's some on Stroll magazine, which used to be Fox Chapel Living magazine, Skin Inc., Dermoscope,
Wow.
some other magazines.
Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know that about you, Scott. Find something new every day.
Because I have a lot of free time. So what are you gonna do? Do something.
Free time.
Give me a topic and allow me to go. But yeah, you can always just do it.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't say that I'm a perfectionist, but I'm a list maker. So I
would do
in
well
a
with
calendar, I write everything down, rewrite it. Whiteout is my best friend.
You're a perfectionist.
I wouldn't go to that extreme, but I may be like right on the border. I'm like on the same.
To the rest of us non-perfectionists, you're a perfectionist.
Maybe.
Well,
It's all relative.
I think it's all relative. Like, I am definitely not a perfectionist. I will proclaim that. I will literally just be in the moment when if I want to do something, I do it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it through a lot. And sometimes it's great. And sometimes
think it through.
And sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not. Even Green Heiress, I didn't have a business plan. I was just like, oh, I was in Brazil and I came back and my husband was building this building. And I'm like, oh, it was inspiration. Like, I really want to have a holistic health center. And I was a lawyer. So like, I had nothing to do with holistic.
That's all right. But isn't that though kind of the whole key to holistic health? I mean, it is such that it just is organically grown and it just comes from a point of reality rather than just trying to force it into a box.
It should. And absolutely it should be that way. And so he was like, well, he's a business guy, like, do you have a business plan? Or I'm like, no, but I think that we just have like a couple rooms and people will come. And here we are 9 years later.
There you go.
So it worked.
Let it roll those dice. Come on, baby.
So I'm definitely not a perfectionist. I was a kid who colored outside the lines, did my own thing.
Legos. When you got Legos, did you make the Legos that were on the box, or did you just put them together in any old way?
Never looked at the box. I did however I wanted to do it.
There you go.
Yeah. So, yes. But my husband is more of a perfectionist.
He's making the Legos that they're on the box.
Yeah. See, I agree with being in the moment. So, and this is why I also say I'm not a perfectionist, because I can just go with the flow and have slime everywhere to clean up later. But
You mean blue?
And glue, yes. But the only difference is I'm scheduling it. There's going to be a mark in my calendar from 2 to 5.
2 to 5 is
That's
blue.
going to be that's going to be like creative play or activity. So it will be a scheduled time in there. But then while we're doing it, it's just, go with the flow.
It's kind of like open play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just scheduled ahead of time.
Gotcha.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I think it's like I said, that border.
Yeah.
I'm like right outside of it.
Was there scheduled time on the family birthday party to Massanutten?
So
Was everything scheduled, or how did this work?
So this was an event I was invited to because it was my sister's birthday.
Okay.
So yes, there was, I guess they had a schedule of what we were doing. We had reservations to the winery. We knew what time we were going to like the rec center to swim. We knew when we were all going to be together. We knew when we were singing happy birthday.
Okay.
But in my calendar, it just was scheduled birthday party for those 2 days.
All right.
I didn't like write those all out. If it was my birthday, every detail would be written out.
You're a perfectionist.
And it was a little,
We have a quiz. Are you or are you?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
but it was also very much, I'm okay with like if plans get changed, like that doesn't throw me off, but it just makes me feel, organization makes me feel calm, I think, knowing.
I mean, as somebody who makes no lists and is always I'm always seat of my pants. I don't plan. I am much more relaxed when I have a schedule and things
I
are
was going to say, don't you forget things?
all the time. That's why I literally tell people if I like will schedule something for later this month or whenever, I always tell people, say, just text me or something when you're on your way, or
A reminder.
well, the reminder is, and they're like, that's cool. Yeah, well, I'll do that. The reminder is literally because I might have completely forgot that I'm supposed to meet with somebody and have no clue whatsoever.
So instead of having a calendar where you can remind yourself, you ask others to remind you for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's a role of interdependence, what we were just talking about, connectivity with each other and relying on our people. I will say when I was younger, I never had these lists and calendars. I thought they were, the first time I saw my friend at Penn State, she had a calendar and she was writing the next party that was the next Friday at a certain time. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, how do you even know when you get there you're going to want to go to that party?
Right.
But anyway, I laugh now because I do have to live my life more that way because the mother of 3 children and wife and a lot going on. I have an elderly mom and I run business. Like, there's just no way that I can't have calendars. So it's against my original nature, but I'm kind of shifted the other way. And now I definitely have lists and calendars, but I have to work through. But I do like to have a lot of space, open. I call it open for grace, open for spontaneity, because that is my nature. I would prefer to live that way, but in our world, it's
hard to do.
It's really hard.
It can be. I drive people absolutely bananas. I always have doing that. I mean, especially as an actor, because I was an actor. It drove, and still does if I ever do plays and stuff, it drives them nuts.
I learned something new about you every time.
I was on TV. I was on a TV show for 12 years as one of the main characters.
Really?
And it drove them.
Okay, tell us about this. I didn't even know about that.
I had no idea.
Tell us about your show. I didn't know about your show.
It's called His Place. It was. I refer to it as kind of like a religious Cheers. It was on the channel that plays the 700 Club, local show. But we were on, at our peak, we were on in 130 countries around the world.
Oh, wow.
They syndicated this thing all over the place.
Oh my goodness.
What
was the year? What were the dates? Or do you not know because it was in your calendar?
No. The show started in 89. I was not on it then. I came to the show in 96. And we went until 2005, 2006, and then went off for a little bit and came back in 2009 until 2012.
Wow. And so what was it about? What was your part?
So the concept is that the pastor, whose name is Tim. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Just Tim is the guy. Tim is a great guy. Tim actually married Ava.
Oh.
So instead of having his church, the church was this coffee shop, his place. And
Okay.
so it was an interesting way the show was. So we had scripted stuff with characters, and then we also had just run-of-the-mill conversations like a talk show with people of real life coming in and talking with either Tim or one of the other characters.
Kind of like this?
Yeah, it could be whatever. I mean, there's obviously a topic, but it's just a random conversation.
Okay.
My character, so that's the show, and everybody in the cafe, in the coffee shop, is of a religious nature because that's the way it is.
Yeah.
So there's character
Are you
development.
similar in your religious nature or different?
Me personally?
Like the people in the show.
They're similar. So the characters are very closely to what their real life thing is.
Okay.
My character, I owned the Nuisance nightclub across the street.
Boy, that's hard to imagine.
Like casting, right? So I was the anti-Tim. I was the guy that was the kind of the everyman, not the Bible thumper, not I was the religion, whatever. I'm going to church for for Christmas and Easter type of guy. Mm-hmm. So I was bringing that vibe to it. That's what my character was, because this show would run every day. The show was on every day, and then they would repeat it like 2:30 in the morning.
Wow.
And what we found is a lot of people were just clicking around after the bars closed or after they got home and would end up watching this show at like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning, that are like hammered or just got home or whatever. So it was a really wide variety of people watching this show.
So what did you talk about?
Well, my character was always just kind of walking in like he owned the place and just doing whatever Phil the Nuisance bar owner does, which is basically whatever Scott is doing. So so my script this is what drove him nuts. So we'd have all these lines and stuff, and I was busy with life, and so I would know my lines coming in and know what my line going out is as the cue to the next person. But in between,
okay,
I'm probably not going to say what's the lines that are written on there. I'll be in the general area, but it's going anywhere. It could go any which way in there. And it was just like, and sometimes I would forget what I'm supposed to be talking about. And somebody somewhere is trying to reel me back in.
But obviously liked you because you're on for 12 years.
Yeah. So
it's very anime show.
Improv. It's very improv.
I was very improv. I don't know about the rest of the folks.
Oh, I see. We're going to have
well, Tim and I were very improv.
We're going to have an improv night.
I was going to ask. I know that's coming up. When it was like next week?
We're going to have it on October 18th.
Okay.
October 25th. The whole group is coming
to
Green Heiress, and we're having improv nights.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm going.
Awesome.
And some of my
friends
from high school that are coming.
That's what improv is. Yes, and.
So I'm excited. Improv is a great thing to learn how to do because you can use it.
Is it an improv teaching class?
I know.
Or is it a night at the improv where we're entertaining you?
Well, I know it's definitely a professional group who's doing a show.
Okay.
But I did ask them if we could have audience participation.
There always is in improv. There always, whether it's a show or not, a good improv show always has audience participation. So that's a given.
Yes. So that should be on Eventbrite this week. And we hope people will join us. It'll be BYOB and be on the first floor of Green Heiress. So we're giving it a try and see how it goes.
I think it's going to be so much fun.
It will.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I'll have
Yep.
to I will mark that on some calendar somewhere.
yes.
Or you know what?
That will
Right
be
before
a shocker.
text me and let me know, and I'll be out.
So you a message.
Hey, yeah, send me a note.
Oh my!
A little reminder. What's going on there?
That is so funny. But I think what I'm hearing is like a little bit of a theme that you were both talking about. I was talking about. It sounds like we're all busy people. We have a lot that we're responsible for, but we keep, however our method is, we keep open room space for spontaneity because you could get too structured where you can't, you could get too rigid where you don't have any more fun or spontaneity. And who is it that said like life? Oh, John Lennon, life happens when you're making other plans.
It has to. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not open to that, you're missing so. I feel sorry for people that are just stuck in their ways of doing things. Particularly like, I don't know if it's students at college, but more like TAs or even teachers at college that are just, this is your schedule every day and this is what you do and blah, blah. And there is no, I don't know if I want to say there's no time for fun because obviously there is, but if you're having fun only during times when you like have on your calendar fun, right? This is my open time for fun. I don't know how much fun that's going to be because you can't have the same kind of fun if you're forcing yourself to have fun.
It's
Fun comes from just doing, and it's
yes.
a lot of the time, at least in my experience, the best, most enjoyable things are you don't know they're ever going to happen, and it's in reaction to somebody doing something that you would have never thought about.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
And how that then gets created and moves along.
That's life. Life
Right.
is in between the lines or out of the lines. That's the life. It's the journey.
It's not written. It's just happening.
Yeah.
Like right now. Jayla, you didn't know you were doing the podcast.
Transparency. We told Jayla she was going to be on this with us about literally 30 seconds before we told Jayla to press start.
So Jayla is so spontaneous today because you didn't know you were coming on.
And she did not. What was your initial reaction?
I don't know. I'd probably
To run out the building and hide?
Sis.
I think literally I saw it fleeting. She was like, how do I get out? I need to run away. Like if you're inside out, the voice of run away was loud in her head.
6 of them talking all at the same time. But I also think it's really good to, like, I find personal enjoyment when I go against my first original reaction. I think that, I don't know, it releases a different, like, feeling that just makes you end up feeling proud or happy.
Hey, like, I can do that.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
Well, so now I'm going to say I do not think that Jayla is a perfectionist because if you were a perfectionist, you would not have just jumped on our podcast with a 5-second.
No. I'm going to go against that, and I still think she's a perfectionist, but she's willing to look. She has a little bit of an outlet there. As she said, she's not, because the perfectionist in the way you guys are explaining it, that's the OCD thing.
Okay.
Which I think is different. That's the OCD that they're stuck and they can't get out of their need to be that ordered. That's on the spectrum somewhere. That's not a perfectionist.
Okay. So how would you describe an actual perfectionist?
Much like Jayla, things are scheduled, but you can move you can go with the flow a little bit, but it's like, are you a naturally angry person or a naturally happy person? You can be, everybody's either or. It's just how far on either way you want to be.
I feel like you were right on the verge of agreeing with me. I'm on the border. I'm not quite a perfectionist.
I'm saying you're not.
Hover over it.
You're saying, I think you are interpreting the word perfectionist as that OCD kind of crazy, everything must be scheduled thing. I'm not doing that. I'm saying you're not that. But you're
close.
Because if you were that, you wouldn't do yes.
No, that's true.
But as far as normal people go, you're a perfectionist.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't.
With an asterisk, you're a perfectionist with an asterisk that she can step back and do fun things at times.
Love that.
Let's go.
How about that?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll put the asterisk.
But are you
out
putting
there.
perfectionism versus fun? Because I don't know if they're
No, I'm not
Wait,
being perfect.
polar opposites.
No,
I'm
because you can certainly have fun being close to a perfectionist.
sure.
You may have perfect fun.
Like, for instance, like if I want to learn something new or take up a new sport or a new dance or anything, I will do it even though I am terrible at it because it's fun. I
Yep.
don't care if I'm great at it.
Yep, yep.
But then other people will only do it if they can be the best and they won't do it.
They won't even start
Right.
because they're afraid of not being perfect
Yes.
and doing it perfect. So, and I feel sorry for those people because they're missing out on so much.
Yes.
Like Jayla would have missed out on having such a great experience sitting down here talking about all this.
That is true.
But she had
And
it in
we're
mind.
we're only 3/4 of the way in.
Are you having fun, Jayla?
I am having fun. I am having fun. I think that initially it was just maybe fear and hesitation of like,
It's a new thing. You're being
Yeah,
it's
it's
like being
new.
thrown you just fell off the boat and you have to swim.
yeah, I'm more comfortable and I'm used to like being behind the camera working it
Yeah.
versus actually providing the conversation. But I love to talk, so it's very yeah.
This is a in-between stage of that because whenever you say streaming this or podcast now or anything else, people are like, "Oh, I can't talk to."
It's intimidating.
Like the idea of it is intimidating.
Yeah.
Or your improv class or at a trade show, go talk to these people or whatever. It's intimidating because people are just like, we all talk and communicate with people from when we're small to when we're old. The idea of then just morphing that into talking to more people, whether it's on stage, whether it's in a room with instead of two people. Are you comfortable talking to two people? Yes. But then why aren't you comfortable talking to 200 people? What's the difference?
Intimacy, maybe.
But and now there is a trick to doing that because that is, when you talk to comics or other people on stage, this is a thing with a lot of actors. You have a room of thousands of people, right? Musicians are like this a lot of times too. They're not singing to 2,000, 3,000 people. They're singing to the person in row 8, seat 12.
Yeah.
Right? They're almost
Yeah.
blocking and putting blinders on and just doing it to that. If you talk about really good politicians, like Clinton is like this, and they'd say this even about Trump and other people, Obama, take your great politician, whatever it is, when they're in a room with thousands of people, when they're talking to you, nobody else exists.
Yeah.
And this goes across party lines or anything else. They say really great politicians can make the world stop when they're talking to you about whatever it is.
You can tell when someone's trying to perform or entertain or when they're just very, very natural. We had the opportunity to see Adam Sandler on Saturday. He was in Pittsburgh. Did you?
I did not know that.
Not.
I thought it was fun. He is he's a great comedic genius, I would say. But I do think that you feel when he's there, he's talking to you because he's so silly. And he says things that you feel like would be only in a very intimate conversation.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that is the appeal and charm of him. I mean, there's a lot of things about it that are.
Have you played a Hanukkah song?
He didn't. Not when I was there. I had to leave a little early, so maybe later. But everything he
But he had a song.
He had songs. He had videos. He had musicians and instruments and people. He's very entertaining.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on.
The
in that show,
Hanukkah song, is that from that one movie where he was like a cartoon?
Well, it started on
same thing.
Saturday Night Live.
Oh, okay.
And then he brought it along with him into his act. It was like kind of a staple for what he did for a long time.
But what I really liked about him, this gets us back to our family theme, is he talks a lot about his wife and his children.
He puts them in his movies.
Yeah, but he says, like, I go to the mall on the
Yeah.
weekends and I wait in the car and my daughter's going, this is like, or something like that. I mean, this is Adam Sandler.
Right.
But the fact that he's just so like,
He's a real dude.
this is my family and this
Got
is what's important and I'm letting you in on this. And it just feels like, I think that's what the real appeal is. You want to be part of that. People want to be part of a family. You, Jayla, like you said, we've known each other for 15 years. I love your family, and you have an amazing family, and we're part of each other's family. That's really special and so hard to find in this world. So many people in this world are really lonely,
Yeah.
and
And that's a problem, and particularly with parents. Like, for some reason, we're all fortunate, in my opinion, because we all get along with our parents. Our parents get along with us. Our parents are part of everyday life of what's going on. Conversely, we try to do the same thing with our kids and be involved that way. They're people my age. They don't talk to their parents at all. They're Tim, my wonderful solid pastor guy, has, not with his parents, but with his sister.
Oh.
And it's like, how can anybody not? So it's very, very, it's disconcerting and strange because I don't understand why you wouldn't be that way. Obviously, there's something that happened along the way, but I do think that society as a whole is like, you get older, you go to college, you get a job, and you see your parents on holidays from then on. Which, no, that shouldn't be correct.
Yeah, that's actually really sad.
It is.
I think a lot of it is modeled in the way you grow up.
That's my point. It's
Yes.
the society does not model the multi-generational household, if you will,
in general.
in general.
But I do feel like
Certain parts of the world do.
yeah, like your family definitely like live together and all together. Like you're it's beautiful. And my family is also that way. Where my mom, who's just turned 90, comes everywhere. We're like, she's so much fun.
It doesn't mean you have to live with everybody 24/7.
Yes,
but
they're part of the holidays, and
you are living your life experience with them.
yes,
Yeah.
this is beautiful.
Yeah. I couldn't. My family is so close. I mean, my mom, my Aunt Natalie, my sisters, I literally talk to them on the phone every single day. And my aunt, my mom, they're all like my best friends.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even fathom
That not being the case.
not being the case.
Mm-hmm.
And then even all of our kids, because a lot of my siblings, my nieces and nephews are close, except for my 5-year-old, are close in age.
Well, she'll get there.
So, yeah, for now. But
oh, she's the star of everywhere. She gets the most attention. She's the baby guy.
Oh, yeah.
So she plays the part well. She
yeah,
so
they're all close.
amazing.
Yeah.
So I'll be on the phone with my sister and call my son downstairs, and he's on the phone with her son corner.
Very cool.
So
Because you guys have modeled that.
Right.
Yeah.
So now their next generation is going to model that.
yeah,
Because it feels good to have that.
And they won't think it's anything different or weird. And they will have the same opinion that, why isn't everybody like this?
Yeah.
Because it's so normal, natural, and a lifetime with us that how could it not be? And I try to look at it from the other side of the people that don't, and they look at us saying, you guys are weird. How could you? Because their life experience that made it that way.
yeah. Some feel like
the reverse of
separation
that.
is
They're
needed.
like, of course I don't hang out with my parents because they suck or whatever. So, which I feel sorry for those people, but
yeah. Honestly, there's no one I'd rather hang out with than my family. I love being with my family. All the kids, my mom, everybody. And all their friends, and it's just what makes me happy.
I wonder if my family would say the same about me.
Of course they would. Of course they would. But no, it's family is a beautiful thing. I think we're meant to be tribal and communal people as a species. That's what we're meant to do. We're not meant to just like come into our home, open up the garage door, go like a bat cave, go in, shut the garage, don't talk to anyone, shut the lights, the blinds. That's
and
not.
Honestly, get on some tube
Ugh.
and just start watching or commenting on something that you have no connection with.
Yeah. So lonely.
But I do hope for those who may not have the same family dynamic where they aren't close to their parents or, needed to put up healthy boundaries for whatever reason, family.
We don't know though.
Right. But family does not have to be blood. Family could be, like I consider you and your entire family my family. We're not related genetically, but there's still that connection.
Absolutely.
Well, how many people will, like, a good personal friend, like, oh, that's Uncle John, or that's
absolutely
right,
yeah.
or that's Aunt Sadie, but they're not.
I feel like this is a Mr. Rogers episode. Family can be whatever you want.
Let me go.
Yeah,
I'll bring my
come
kids with me
on.
next week. And my little sweater, my little Mr. Rogers sweater.
Don't forget to change your shoes.
That's right. Yes. But it goes to the friends thing too, which is part of what we were talking about, of
Mhm. Yeah.
that close-knit lifetime family friends thing.
Or Cheers. You were saying earlier, did you say something about Cheers?
That was kind of the show.
Yeah, I love Cheers.
Yeah, but like Norm,
Ah,
everybody knows Norm.
and he just passed away.
He did. Yes.
That was an incredible show. And because it was exactly what you're describing.
Yeah.
It was a place where everyone knows your name. And I hope that, people, there was a little place next door to Green Heiress for years called the Tavern.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like Cheers. And I would walk by there all the time and see all the people in the
Same
community.
doing the same thing.
And I felt a little sad when I realized they weren't going to be there anymore. So because it recently closed.
It's going to be a restaurant again, so I'm sure that just because of the nature of things that the old timers
Yeah.
will go in and give it a chance and see what the new version is going to be like.
Okay.
Because Sam didn't own that forever. I mean, it was other things prior to that.
Oh, I see.
So Sam was the most recent, but he was a local that had bought it of being there. It's kind of like Cappy's. One of the old bartenders,
Yeah.
Brian, was a bartender there who now is the current owner. So it's the same people that are going to Cappy's over in Walnut Street that have been going there forever. So
I mean, there are places that are very important to people's
Tom and Todd's is still there.
Tom and Todd's, yes.
And the hilarious part of Tom and Todd's, this is all local Pittsburgh stuff, though, folks, is this is a whole another. They still allow smoking. Just to give you what kind of a place it is, you can smoke at Tom and Todd's.
Is that a good thing?
It just tells you what kind of place it is.
Can you smoke in Bob's Garage?
Not anymore.
No.
I don't think so. You used to, but not anymore. So Tom and Todd's been around forever. It is now currently owned by the kids of Billy Rice. Billy Rice owned what is now Cornerstone back in the day when it was Hemfeldt's 27 variations ago, which was the original, like, Cheers, if you will, of Fox Chapel area.
Wow.
This is before Dingbats. This is the only place to go if the club was closed was Hemfeldt's, which is now Cornerstone.
Now all the kids that are like in their 20s, because that's what my kids are in, they like this place called Walters.
What is
It's in Lawrenceville. It's the
Never
place.
heard of it.
It's like the Hansfeld. They have to go a little bit over the bridge,
Okay.
battle a lot of their comfort zone, but it seems to be a place like a Cheers type thing.
I'm not familiar with a lot of the places you were just saying.
Well, it's Pittsburgh because it's like directions. Go to where the Isleys used to be, make a left, and then go to a couple blocks to where the Gulf Station used to be, and then it will be right there.
Okay.
And there's something very familiar. Having grown up in Long Island, watching these syndicated programs from Pittsburgh, there was something really cool about Pittsburgh. I ended up here, so
It's very neighborhoody.
it's very neighborhoody.
It is.
I'm happy to be in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
We're almost finished.
I'm going to have to learn that on the piano.
Okay.
A beautiful day. Won't you be?
Be great.
Won't you be?
So
Won't you be my neighborhood?
before we leave, because it's almost time, can you believe we've been here for an hour? You asked how long, and look how much fun we've had.
Or Jayla.
I would just want to say it's been really fun having you on the show.
Thank you.
And I'm so appreciative that you were spontaneous and jumped in today because you made the show so much
Right.
fun.
Life is about choices.
Yes. And I hope you'll come on again sometime. And we're just thrilled to have this time with a spa. Where can we find you, Scott?
Well, you can find me right here. I'm sitting in this chair.
And he doesn't know what time of day it is. Because
Just
he's carrying-
wherever you want to find me, send me a text beforehand, and then I'll be there. So that's the best way to know where I'm going to be. Come down to the spa. It's over there on Brilliant in Aspinwall, espa.net. Check it out. We're always doing special things. And
Check out Green Heiress. And even
GHR.
Scott says no one
GH
can pronounce it.
No, they can pronounce it. They can't spell it. It's the I before E thing. Where's the I go? Where's the E go?
That's so funny. But check us out as well. And look for some of our new fun programs like the children's activities,
The improv.
and now we have art and dance and yoga. So we hope to see you.
And the retreat in February.
Yeah, and the retreat in February, and we're all three going to be there. So come join us.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. As always, if you have something you want us to talk about, let us know.
Thank you.
So, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.